good afternoon to all of you. Thank you for inviting me to this TCEI, TEMA, TEFA and TA leadership investiture ceremony. I am both humbled and privileged to be speaking to you today. First, I should thankful to our EC committee members, Shri Ashok Kumar Garu, Ms. Vishala Reddy Garu, and Shri Ramchandram Garu for successfully conducting these elections. As you all know, basically I'm a teacher, I'm a professor, but I was only handling the students here. But initially it was a very difficult year to handle the crowd here. But anyway, and I'm just happy to say that these all four people together, we used to have the conference video call, WhatsApp call like that, and it goes only just not more than 1 minute. We should take the decision, yes or no, something like that. And that way we did here, and I'm thankful to everyone here, sitting here, for successfully conducting these elections here, very impartially. So transparently, if you take here, all papers are with us, ballot papers, or even if you're talking about the online things also. So we did in this case. And I should congratulate all the voters here. 100% of the people came and voted here. I think that is a great thing actually happened in this case elections like that. Now next, I should congratulate the outgoing executive body. You are good role models and have served the organization well during the most critical phase of the Corona period and post-Corona period. I hope this leadership experience that you have gained will put you in the good stead in the years ahead and prepare you well for the future. As you all aware, the journey of 1,000 miles must begin with a single step. As you know, we have gathered here to the witness the investiture ceremony or installation ceremony of the TCEI for 22-24. I quote from the Jock Welch, what he said is that, quote, before you are a leader, success is all about growing yourself. When you become a leader, success is all about growing others. By keeping this in mind here, to the incoming executive body, your investiture marks a major milestone both in your learning journey in TCEI as well as in your personal development as a future leaders of event industry. Everyone is seeing great potential in you, and your investiture as event leaders is a testament to the confidence that the industry has in your leadership capability. Now, with this vote of confidence from the industry, the question then is how you exercise leadership in your respective fields. What are your leadership aims and goals? What do you wish to achieve? This is a very important question. As you think about what you wish to achieve, a year 2022 also happened to be an important year for India. It marks 75 years of independence as a nation, the great nation called India. As you know, this India, we have got a young population, almost constitute more than 45% of the population. So I'm sure most of the people here, elected body also, young people here, and I'm sure that this will reflect our diverse culture of India also. And I've seen that most of the people also come from across the India, not only from Telangana, not only from Andhra like that, which is a very great diverse what we are going to say to the industry. Hence, in your leadership journey, you can look toward our pioneers for strength and inspirations. What really we learn from them? I humbly offer you key insights represented by the acronym FAR, FAR, to help you go as far as you possibly can in your leadership journey. First, the fortitude. Fortitude refers to the mental and emotional strength that allows one to face adversity with courage. Just as our pioneers showed fortitude in overcoming the near impossible challenges of their time, you too as a leader will meet your fair share of challenges. You will encounter obstacles and stumbling blocks along with your journey of leadership, sometimes even failures. But do not let these obstacles and failures lead you to despair Take them as a part of your learning journey and improve yourself with each challenge. As Thomas Edison once said, quote, I have not failed, I have just found 10,000 ways that won't work, unquote. Secondly, be ardent or the passionate about the things you do. Don't do things simply for the sake of doing so, just because it's in thing to do. Without understanding and believing in what you are doing, you will find the things you are doing a choice. You too should strive to be ardent in the way we carry out the task. As Albert Einstein once said, quote, I have no special talents, I am only passionately curious, unquote. Third, be relentless in your pursuit of excellence. Don't give up at the earliest instances or convenience. Don't settle for the mediocrity when you are able to rise above the occasion. Quoting from the author Jim Collins, quote, good is often the enemy of great, which is true simply because the majority of the people are quite content being just good or even mediocre. Aim to be the best in your local or even at the international level, be the best. In closing, I would like to thank the TCEI once again for involving us as the EC committee to conduct this executive body for 22-24 and inviting us to this executive body of the investiture ceremony. To all the members seated in front of me today, both past, present, and you present the future of event industry. Bear in mind the ideals that great pioneers fought for and the values they embodied. Remember to go far, which is to have the fortitude in the face of adversity. Be ardent or passionate about the things you do and be relentless in your pursuit of excellence. Keep our TCEI flag flying high. Thank you once again. I wish you all the best.
At the outset, I would like to thank everyone here who's joined this investiture ceremony. If you think you can, you can. And if you think you can't, you can't. Both the ways, you are right. This is told by Kim Woo, and which is also by an inspirational line, which is been taking in many situations where we see ourselves. Here I stand on the dais at the podium addressing the dignitaries, august audience, seniors, members, friends and fellows from the fraternity, taking the oath as the President of TCEI, a regional apex body in the Telangana region. Let me tell you, it's not been easy for a boy, a modest boy, who has a modest beginning, working as an employee, exactly two decades ago, with a reputed event management company in Hyderabad. In fact, I'd like to say it's my second event in my first stint as an event manager, where I was assigned this particular venue for coordinating some tent house infrastructure material. It was my second event in this venue, and I would always wonder what this is all about. I mean, I see a lot of IAS officers addressing, and I mean, perhaps I would have never imagined me taking the oath, and I must really thank the Almighty and the destiny which has got me here. So exactly 20 years later, I'm here taking the oath, addressing the August gathering here. What I would say is, the boy dreamt that will I ever get to address here? And when we wish something exponential and beyond horizons, the Almighty smiles but never ignores. If you prove your ability and conviction towards any role, centum, the entire ecosystem strives to bless what we aspire and what we are worth for. I miss the physical presence of my mother, who's passed a year ago, more than a year ago, but I'm sure she's present somewhere or the other. I mean, she always says, Balaji, whatever intelligence you have is my inheritance. It is not your father's. And I really say, Mom, yes, it's your inheritance. I'm here. And I miss the physical presence of our beloved sweetheart, Dr. Neeraj Thakur, who is always been the driving force of the association. He is the one man army who has brought the association here, and we are driving it further. And I also miss the physical presence of a dear friend whom I have made in a very short span of time, Kiran Madiraju, who has also been the most connected person of the entire industry here. I'm sure these three are the only regrets. I wish I had them. Otherwise, we are here and things should move on. Now, as the President TCEI, I'd firstly like to thank my immediate past President, Rakhi Kankaria ji, for her best times imparted to the association, and she has indeed set a great precedent for the new leadership, which will be definitely a big responsibility for us to hold up to. The situation, what we have witnessed 2 years before was, the shattering situation the entire world has witnessed. The situation actually had no direction, and we were all wondering what would happen, and it was that time she has taken the presidency and she has endeavored her best, and whatever a president needs to do to hold this association well, she has imparted, and we all must again give a big round of applause for Rakhi Madam ji. Would also like to specially mention the initiatives driven by TEMA and TEFA in the year 2020-22 by the Presidents Shravan Madiraju and Shri Manoj Inani ji, which have also kept the association and the vertical associations intact for the previous term. I would also like to thank and congratulate the previous leadership of TCEI, which comprises of many eminent names, which we have the President Rakhi Madam ji, the General Secretary who was Neeraj Bhai, Treasurer Ravi Bura sir, and we have Taufik Bhai, Shri Ramesh Mupana, Venkatesh, Chetan, Vinit Arora ji, and Aditya Deendayal ji and Ramesh Adda ji from the previous leadership, who have actually ensured that the association stays intact in the turbulent times. I would always look forward the previous leadership for your guidance and support for me to endeavour a better prospectus for the association forward. I would also like to thank our founder president, His Excellency Consul General Lesotho, Shri Surat Singh Malhotra ji, and past president Shri Pratap Jadeja ji, for the relentless support to the association from beginning days, without which it wouldn't have been easy for us to stand here getting this investiture ceremony. And while we thanking those who stood for the association, I assume we must thank each and every member who has been a part of TCEI in some way or the other to ensure that the association goes forward without any deviation. So let's applaud everyone, ourselves, for being there for the association. TCEI, Telangana Chamber of Events Industry, is an umbrella format which many of us here are aware. We have 7 vertical associations, which is TEMA, Telangana Event Manager Association. We have TEFA, Telangana Event Facilitator Association. We have TEA, Telangana Entertainer Association. We have TECA, Telangana Event Caterer Association. We have TSLVA, Telangana Sound Light Video Association. We have TELVA, which is Telangana Event LED Vendors Association. And we have TEVA, which is Telangana Event Venues Association. We always cultivate these vertical associations as an integral part of the chamber, and This is a never before format in the country even till date, and this is the only state which is running this format successfully for the past 8 years, and I must say we are up for the next 50 years to the larger scale. I would also like to thank all the advisory committees and the honorary members we have on board who have relentlessly ensured that the association never deviates or detracts from its path. Wherever there was a challenge, they have come forward, they have ensured that there is nothing which goes wrong. It's indeed a big responsibility on our shoulders, I must say, and it's always together we who can do it together. As I say, together we can and we will win. We are also in the process of appointing the able leaderships for TECA, TEVA, TSLVA and TELVA, as there has been a refinement in the associations, and we would be constituting the same in 30 days of time. I would like to highlight some snippets. I know I'm taking long, but I think this is my day. I was asking Surat Singh ji कि सर लंबा बोलूं छोटा बोलूं, तो बोले आज ही बोलना मिलेगा, तेरे को बाद में बोलने का टाइम नहीं मिलेगा, जितना बोलना है बोल ले, सब सुनेंगे. तो सर ने बोला जितना बोलना है बोल लो, सब सुनेंगे. I'm sorry, my TEMA team is standing there, but actually you were called much before, and please bear for this. So I have announced my manifesto while we were contesting for the elections, and I did announce some reforms and some initiatives which I would like to highlight here quickly. I will not go point by point because it will again take some more time, but I will say what are the initiatives I may be implementing on the behalf of Chamber. We will appoint a panel comprising of a lawyer, company secretary and honorary member along with key office bearers to reform the bylaws, which will be presented and discussed in the EGMs or GBMs. We have already reviewed approximately 10 to 15 memberships, which will be taking up every weekly, so that we will ensure the higher memberships will be received. We have actually started the membership drive in an impeccable pace, where we have ensured we have enrolled 15 members in the last 10 days. I must really appreciate that this is something which we have never achieved. Just the moment the results were announced, we have started the membership drive and we have enrolled 15 memberships in the last 10 days. We shall be available for everyone who wants to serve association, and they can always reach out to us personally or to any of the chamber member. We want to be an inclusive leadership, not an exclusive leadership. We are drafting a roadmap with leadership of all association heads to finalize an event calendar, welfare initiatives and membership drive, which shall be our next big event. We are pursuing with the governments in fact, I must bring it on record that the formation day of TCEI was in 2014, where the Honorable Minister KTR himself has announced that he will ensure that a land will be allocated for the TCEI to build an event city or habitat. We have been pursuing it of late on a light note, but this new leadership will ensure that we will pursue and we will try to bring a land which will be a clubhouse for the TCEI association within the city, and we will try to pursue a land which will be in suburbs for an event city which can handle and hold some international events. So we will be also launching shortly a membership app which will ensure that every member who wants to know the status, updates, subscription dues or any dues about the association, which will be in their mobile immediately, and this will be done in 30 days. we will be shortly announcing our next big event, and by then we shall be having our membership app active. We will empower committees such as Reconciliation Committee, Welfare Committee, and Women Empowerment and other streams, which will take up the special task where the association cannot directly be involved. We have a lot of issues coming from members about payments or disciplinary issues or harassment issues, and these committees have been announced in the previous term. We will revive it with better policies and systems in place so that the system shall function seamlessly without the involvement of leadership, and it shall be system driven. We will appoint a panel which will immediately launch the curriculum for Dr. Neeraj Thakur Center for Excellence, which has been a dream for the last 1 year, and we are doing that in affiliation with JNTU. Dr. Chinnam Reddy Garu, Dr. Chinnam Reddy Garu, I must really thank him for this support. He has come forward to announce Dr. Neeraj Thakur Center for Excellence, which will excel, nourish, and orient anyone who is interested in the line of events, exhibitions, conferences, MICE, to be certified and obtain a certificate, and that course will be affiliated to Jawaharlal Nehru Technology University, JNTU, which Chinnam Reddy sir has announced, and we will be appointing a panel shortly who will prepare a curriculum. And I would also want the mentors and seniors from the industry who would also want to contribute their piece of wisdom to these academics may come forward and approach us, and we are forming the panel. The panel is yet to be formed. And we also have, what we are trying to do is we will ensure that every senior member will get a respect which he is due for, and every person will be treated with utmost humility and humble approach, so that the association will not have a discrimination of a person by his position or the quality of business, but by the way he has served in the industry, because experience matters after all. So we will, I think the list goes on, and I think, yes, I would like to say the actions speak louder than words, so I will stop the words now and I will let our actions speak further.
Wow.
As I conclude, I would like to inform that while I took over as a president, TCEI, there is one lady who is also not happy with me taking this responsibility. And wait, before anyone takes any conclusion, the lady is none other than my wife, Vishali.
Yeah.
So, I think, yeah, I know what everyone is thinking, but the lady, I would want her to stand, and because she's been patiently hearing me out, to stand
Please,
up there.
we request you to stand,
Stand,
please.
that's it. Let everyone know.
Yay!
The lady. So, she's the one who's like, I think,
Your backbone.
she already, yes. Yeah, there will always be a lady behind me. Yes, that's right. So she already cribs over my business and travel schedules. And when I conveyed her that I am taking this role, she simply said, "Inka idokata na prananiki." So, in English, one more for my peaceful life. So, yes. Jokes apart, Srimati ji, thanks for bearing me. While I was founding the association, because this all happened even in 2014 while we were forming the association, and this next phase also is going to be the same. There will be little extra things which I can always not skip. I can only tell her publicly, like all men do, I will try my best.